Going over to the political part podcast, you have the Biden administration apparently ignored 65,000 calls for unaccompanied migrant children who were in danger. Now, this brought to us thanks to Liv's TikTok, in which she says, quote, "Holy shit, the Biden administration set up a hotline for unaccompanied migrant children to report safety issues with sponsors. 65,000 calls went unanswered. Only one person was reportedly assigned to take all the calls." This is, oh, there we go. Ms. Hopper speaking.
So you're telling this committee that the Biden
Or this is Mr. Chase, talk to her.
administration, while they were letting all of these unaccompanied minors into the country, and as we've talked about today, they weren't keeping track of them, they issued these kids a hotline that they could call if they had trouble with the sponsor family that they were put with, and you're saying that 65,000 calls to this hotline designated to protect these kids went unanswered? Is that what you're telling this committee?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do you know how many staffers the administration assigned to answering these phones and helping these kids?
One.
One staffer? Any idea how many hours a day this staffer was working?
No.
Maybe that's why there were 65,000 calls that weren't answered from these little kids, huh? Unbelievable.
I mean, it's actually very believable in terms of all the ineptitudes of the Biden administration. Again, this is also another side effect of having basically an open border. A lot of children get hurt. A lot of them disappear too, like over 300,000 as well. You don't hear anyone crying about that on CNN or ABC or MSNBC. It should be. It's a real big issue. Yet, you don't see any outrage from them, at least. And this one pretty valid. Got 1.3 million views and 16,000 likes. And again, when it comes to that one employee, just, when I think of government employees, count the thing that person maybe logged on for 1 hour and did 1 minute of work. Again, that's almost statistically impossible. You had 65,000 phone calls and you answered one? Or one person was assigned to that job and they didn't answer one phone call. I mean, that actually sounds very accurate in terms of the work ethic of an average government employee. I mean, that's almost impressive in terms of being moronically inept. They couldn't pick up the phone one time out of 65,000. That is, well, pure leftist work ethic right there. Now, going to the comment section. Well, the first one comes to us thanks to Paul Zupa. He says, quote, "The Biden administration did everything horribly, getting 297 likes. Matt Van Sol says, I'm sorry, people need to start going to prison over this stuff. 65,000 people were calling about abused kids and one person was staffed with answering the phones. What the F? Getting 2.3 thousand likes. Amelia Henderson says, quote, "A single staffer handling 65,000 calls is government negligence on a massive scale, total failure." Getting 368 likes. Big Granny Woo Woo, that's the name apparently, says, quote, "One boy in particular reportedly called the hotline many times to say that," oh Jesus, try to keep this mildly family friendly. I'm going to try to reword it, but again, maybe cover the ears or earmuffs, so to say. Again, this gentleman says, quote, "One boy in particular reportedly called the hotline many times to report that adult men were coming into this room and touching it inappropriately. Tell me again how Democrats are protecting our most vulnerable. They weren't because they don't give a shit, and they still don't." Getting 902 likes. Junita Broderick says, quote, "I saw this yesterday, just as horrific. Can you imagine being one of those children in desperate need to be rescued and no one answered? There are no words." Getting 1.2 thousand likes. Freedom Lover simply says, you cannot hate the Democrat Party enough. And it's a bumper sticker saying Democrats are evil, getting 349 likes. The Vault says, they finally got it right. There's a, looks like a proof mint penny, and with Biden's face on front, it says 0 cents, getting 159 likes. We also have Trevor saying, quote, he's tagged Saturday Night Live. They're not going to touch this subject, I doubt, or I don't think. He says, why don't you write some jokes about this, getting 23 likes. The Vault has a picture or a cartoon of Biden checking his watch at a funeral, and some people are saying, "Do you have a few words, Mr. President, Mr. President?" And it says, "F Biden, go and F you for voting for him," getting 171 likes, which, yeah, one of the dumbest things, again, there's such a long list of dumb things that Joe Biden did in his lifetime. I mean, staring at your watch at a military funeral was one of the dumbest things you could possibly do, and disrespectful, obviously. I mean, even like even a rudimentary sales rep out of college knows you don't check your watch when you're at a meeting or with someone important. And yet, one of the most important things he was at, Biden just looked at his watch, which, again, stupid. for God and Country also says, quote, this is evil. One person for 65,000 kids in danger. They don't care about these children. They use them for headlines and then left them to rot. This is the legacy of failed open border chaos, getting 175 likes. True. Now, the real question is, will anyone actually be held accountable for this? I hope so, but again, Republicans are very good at making lots of noises and getting people riled up and, selling headlines on Fox News, how it's still in business, and then no one's actually held accountable. Again, I think they should. I think someone should be prosecuted or charged over this. It's extreme negligence. But unfortunately, I'm pretty skeptical if anything like it ever actually happened. Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so you click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and comments. Great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone, everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.